Well, hello, my beautiful seven pinners. How are you guys holding up? This is your October video recording. It's going to be around 15 minutes. It looks like I'm pushing around 18 minutes. This is the only video that you will get for this month. I just don't have the time to do another one. So let's get right to it. We're all swimming through a 10 terrain in October. And basically what that means is that, if I dumb this down, we are in a month where magical things happen, and it's the start of a 3-month surge. Next month is an 11 frequency, and the next month is a 12 frequency. So essentially, when you break all this down, is that the terrain that we're running through of 10 is alchemic, and so is November, and so is December. So we want to take seriously the tool that we have at our disposal, that we need in our satchel every single day as we're sprinting through October for 31 days, and utilize it and put it to use every single day to the best of our ability. The number that you guys have at your disposal is an 8. It's a little bit of a touch point of, it's like trying on a shirt, of what your 8 pin, which starts next January of 2025, is going to be all about. And so you get to test drive it. How are you doing with it? How are you doing with this 8 frequency of abundance and having an incredible ease with the influx and the output of resource that can look like the coin, the dollar, money, stuff, and things, but it also can look like how are you doing with resources, with giving from your heart, giving from that place of supporting another human being. Resource itself comes in many ways, shapes, and forms. So you will have multiple opportunities in relationship with your connection to money, stuff, and things, assets, to make a choice of how you are going to share that resource somehow. And this is your test drive. 7 for all of you. I have an intimate relationship with the number 7. It is the number of the mystic. It is the number of the lawyer. It's an alchemic number. And the danger point for 7 is to be trapped in your head. You've had 9 months of getting comfortable with integration of your heart in with your head. Our mental field, I need to differentiate this out for you guys one more time. It's not your brain. It is your relationship with the mental field that dumps into your brain that creates specific circuitry and neuro networking systems that function in your days. And so if you have a lack of connection to your emotional intelligence, you're just basically going to be working from the mental field, which produces predictable outcomes, and relies on external systems of logic that have been created that might not necessarily line up with how your spiritual essence inside of this bag of bones actually is perceiving something to be true, right? It's a longer conversation. I have had that with you in the overview video. The satchel piece, as you're trotting through with your water bottle and you need some sustenance to get through every single day with every single interaction that you have with people and what's going on in business. Yeah, the pins are just great for business and commerce and relationships. That's what these personal year numbers, for the most part, are all about, is helping us navigate our human experience while we're having a spiritual connection. Your job is to integrate in these moments that will be a part of this month for you, to connect up with how is my relationship with commerce, money, stuff, and things. How's my relationship? Is it flowing and easy and gives generously and is connected to my heart? And my heart, my intuitive wisdom is saying something that is an add to the conversation. Am I listening to my heart? Your entire bogey this last 9 months has been this integration of head and heart, and getting past, breaking down belief system barriers that are getting in the way of you living the life that you were here to live, and this knowingness that sits in the core of who we are in our feeling center knows all about love, knows all about universal inclusion, knows all about that there is no difference between you and me. There is no us and them. All the breaking down of that belief system. It is an imperative year for us to take seriously and get through, so we're ready for the 8 personal year, which is about building abundance, building prosperity, building our not only our portfolio of wealth and assets, but our portfolio of giving, and knowing where it is where we're getting pulled to give to somebody less fortunate who really could use it. And guess what? How much do we have to share? So nutshell, and I'm kind of squirreling a little bit because I want to get back to the 8. So I'm just reminding you that if you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck, and you're going to have a big stupid grin on your face at the end of this 31-day run, it is checking in on yourself with your relationship with assets, money, stuff, and things. Checking in. Are you sitting holding tight, or are you relaxed? Knowing that there is an ebb and a flow that is synchronized. We're in a month of massive synchronicity, and it's only going to get bigger next month, to only get bigger in December. Synchronistic events happen when we are consciously leaning into, this one directive. It's not that we can't tap into this at any time if we want to, through quiet contemplation and meditation and the practice of mindfulness. Sure, we can do that. It's just that now in this surge that happens every single year, right around this time, if you guys look back on your life's journey and you were paying attention, some of the biggest changes did happen October, November, December. Changes that were impactful to you. And so, this is where we want to lean into and partner with the laws of synchronicity, which is like energy attracts like energy. So what is the energy that you're putting out? And are you consciously loading that into the field every single day? This tool that is in your satchel, this test drive of the 8 frequency, you're going to be banging into in January, and it is like a rocket ship ride that takes off, is 8. Try it on. Try this on. Before you answer, before you respond, check in with yourself and say, how am I doing? What is my response in relationships and in business? That's it. What is my response? What if I did something different? What if I, chose to go the path that actually is in alignment with my heart? All I really need is half. So here, it looks like you need it. Here's the other half. We'll split it. Could be an apple, could be a sandwich, could be a $20 bill, could be a $5,000 check. It just depends on what is going on around you that is bringing you this. Another example of this has nothing to do with stuff and money, and that is, what can I give you? I have a moment to pay attention to you. What can I give you? That's an asset. Wherever we put our energy, our focus is where our energy is going to go. And so if you're sitting in, the antithesis of what I'm talking about is holding on too tightly to, money, stuff, and things, and just panicked about the fact that you just don't know where the next dollar is coming from. You just don't know how you're going to pay your rent. You just don't know. You just don't know. And so you're panicked and you're worried about things that are, necessary in our lives, which is we need a stability point. Well, this is the month to test drive that and to trust in source, trust in the field, and partner with the field every day and say, okay, I'm going to try to do something different today. I am going to lean into being incredibly generous today. Generosity. There's generosity of stuff and things, and there's generosity of spirit. Even that thought, thinking about generosity of spirit and thinking about generosity, period. Front loading that. Who does that every day? We wake up in the morning, we make our coffee, we feed our animals, we take our shower, we then jump in our car, we have predictable interactions with people, and they have specific charges to them, right? We come home, we feed our animals, we have this repetition in our lives. I am suggesting you try something. It's no skin off my nose if you do or if you don't. People ask me all the time, why do you keep doing this, Chris? And it's like, well, I have to. I need to be a voice out there to offer people the opportunity to generate change in their lives all by themselves without, needing anybody else to do it. And this is one of the superpowers that numerology does hold, is you get to choose. I am simply suggesting that you put yourself to bed at night and you wake up in the morning and you front load. How can I be generous today? It could be with a buck. It could be with your heart. It could be with your time. It could be with your compassion. It could be with giving somebody a ride. It could, anything. Generosity isn't just about money. And it's not just about abundance. It's abundance is a really cool word. When we fall into the core of who we are as spiritual beings, having this nutty thing called a human experience, and we have this one frequency which is so supportive. Backed by the zero, by the way. You guys, there's a video I did about what the 10 means, about 15 minutes long. Go listen to it. But one is crazy on steroids about your own beautiful, fantastic, quirky, phenomenal, individuated self. We all are just so cool. We are so awesome. We're brilliant. We're fabulous. And letting that out of jail, and jump off that cliff of being your wacky, beautiful, quirky self. Jump off the cliff. Be that. And also know that, the zero frequency is intuition, and it's sensitivity, and it's the ability to express authentically. Like a Pied Piper, so excited for everybody else to feel what you're feeling because it's so good. It's so right. It's for the greatest good of all. It's a new type of generous information that is filled with nothing but really high frequency good stuff. You don't think that you're going to start to have synchronistic events happen in your life if you do that every day? You don't think that You can generate that just by leaning in and saying, how can I be generous today? You don't think that's going to have an effect, or do you? See, I actually know it's a thing. It's a real thing. It's not something that's made up. As I'm making this video, it happened today for me. And I'm in a 5 personal year. And what I'm carrying around in my satchel is different than the 8. It's a 6. Wow, it happened. It happened just an hour ago. So listen, I know for a fact, it's not a belief, it's a thing, that synchronicity happens, and it depends on what I'm doing, where I'm placing my focus. Now, if you're placing your focus on greed, you're going to have that type of sameness that's going to happen. Or you're panicked about, where's my next dollar coming from, so I got to hold on to this tightly. You're going to have same happen. You're not going to lose anything by giving this a try. Today, I'm going to lean into being generous. And when you go to bed, I'm leaning into my dream state, and I'm opening myself up to generosity. What does that feel like? What does that feel like? You know, when we do a good deed out there, that's called generosity. And it feels good because we're helping people. We're doing something that is noteworthy, and people take notice, don't they? So that's what you have in your satchel to run through this month. And I promise you, if you practice this every day for the next 31 days, you're going to see some pretty magical things happen, because this 10 terrain supports that on steroids. And you'll start to get a feel of release and grace and ease around the idea of abundance and a rejigging of your thinking. Oh, 7 pinners, right? Yeah, your mental field is going to respond, and then your brain will respond to the new information, which is fantastic. This is the prep. This is prep for your 8 personal year. And so, have fun with it. Lean into it. Enjoy it. Enjoy this process. Test drive it. Take it out for a test drive. You don't have to believe me. I can't stand that stuff. Try it out for yourself. This is what I love about numerology. Try it out for yourself and see what happens, okay? All right, you guys, any questions or comments, just leave them right here in this video chat, and hit that subscribe and like button. If any of you need to talk to me about anything, I work as a seer and an intuitive and a healer over at 12 Listen. I've been over there for almost 15 years. It's my home away from home and my second family. I'm there almost every single day, for a chunk of time. I love all of you very, very much. I'm one of your biggest cheerleaders out there. So guys, go get them. Generosity, lean into it every single day. That's the tool that you've got for the success of your life and your dreams and your hopes and your goals, moving all that forward. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Big love. I'll talk to you next month. Bye.